What's up, my gnomies? It's episode 36 of Dour Gnome Adventures with Brian.
Where?
Matt? You there?
There.
Mark?
What?
Dimitri?
Why? Why?
And I am your lovable GM.
Ha!
No.
Who?
I'm your loving GM, Ryan.
No, I don't want this kind of loving.
I don't believe that.
I mean, there's lots of touching.
Yeah. To quote
Don't believe
Florence
you.
Welch, this is a kiss with a fist.
You know what? I think the problem is?
To quote a different
She didn't come
song,
along.
put your loving hand down, baby.
Mr. Stitchy is up at Elsie's and abandoned the party.
And the goat's not with us either. Did we
So
name
no. Mr. Stitchy is
it?
safe.
Don't have a name. It had a name.
Ida.
Yeah.
Ida goat.
So,
Yes, we are definitely the goat.
You the goat? Where'd he go?
who wants to earn a hero point?
I vote for Dimitri.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. All right. So, last time we played, we ended on Bob singing the Goblin traditional song of "What are you doing? I told you to leave." But we spent last time in combat against Mushroom Dude and 3 Deros. It's the new hit band here in the sub basement of the Underdark, or whatever it's called.
Darklands?
Sure.
Definitely
They're very underground.
Yeah.
play amplified, distorted banjo music.
And how we got here was that we had cleared the Rusthenge, we had cleared the Sky Metal workshop underneath it. We had then gone down the stairs to the level with the shrine to Zar Azmak, where there were also exploding gem snakes in one of the rooms, and where in another room we found Elder Ordui. So we brought Elder Ordui out to the town, to Elsie's. Then we came back. Then we opened the door to the shrine. Then we fought some cultists and a clockwork dude. Then we found a secret passageway behind the statue and descended down a spiral staircase into the level of the Darkland. Well, they're pretty dark, so yeah, and there's definitely land, so Darklands, sure. And then while Bob and Cinderspark were examining a broken bridge over a massive chasm to the north, Verkog and Worm traversed towards the southwest and happened upon the aforementioned Deros and their mushroom man, who has been spitting on us with watermelon bombs or whatever that do persistent poison damage and have eaten away a chunk of our health. In the course of the combat, which actually lasted more than just last session, Borm got brought down, dragged out onto the stairwell, and the 3 of us can't see Borm right now because Borm's presumably somewhere in there around the corner. The 3 of us, the goblins, are engaged now in melee with the Mushroom Man and one of the Deros who has moved through this narrow passage. I'm not sure if that's one of the crossbow and Atlas wielding ones, or if that's the spellcaster.
That is one of the Atlas and crossbow wielding type.
Right. And they haven't attacked as frequently as they could because they've been spending time on taking poison vials out and then poisoning their weapons. Not like they need more, because apparently the Mushroom Man, in addition to lobbing poison bombs, also has a poison aura of some sort, in which we are all conveniently currently positioned, which was part of the reason Bob told everybody, "What are you doing? I told you to leave." And I don't think Goblin Song actually worked this time on these 2 dudes, but also it doesn't seem to have worked on the party because the party didn't move away.
I think that's
how you're watching a series and occasionally the recap is like the entire episode.
Yes.
You just did that.
Well, I was recapping. Tune in next
That was like a whole
time.
recap episode.
That was like an episode and a half. Episode 3/4.
Yeah.
Yes, that is accurate. And So this Darrow, I think this is the one.
Well, where are we in the initiative order? Because I don't see the tracker.
Tippity tap it around.
Yeah, we're at the top of the round. Top of round 6.
Right, and Bob's all the way at the bottom, so Bob acted last, and now it's top of the round. Okay.
Yeah. So the Darrow that is closest to the party, the north opening of this passage, just south of the fungal Leshy creature, this one has his last action was to fire a bolt out at Cinderspark. The one further south, he's the one that is going to go next, and he fully reloaded and poisoned his weapon.
Yep. That's how I remember it.
And then there is also this one down here, the one furthest away from you down the passage. It pulled a poison vial, but does need to reload. Just to kind of recap where everything was left off with all of that. So at the top of the round, Darrow Stalker, about halfway down this passage.
Is that like a hat? A Darrow Stalker hat?
Maybe. It could be. Cut it off.
Well, I don't have the action to.
It is... Since it's got a fully loaded and poisoned crossbow, it's going to take aim at Cinderspark.
Nimble dodge.
Nimbly dodging.
There's got to be some cover from the two guys that are in between the archer and Cinderspark.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think a 25 is going to matter much, though, with whatever cover you had.
Well, how much is the cover?
+2.
Fine. Fine.
So that's a 25 to hit versus... what was your AC?
24 with the cover, and with the nimble dodge and the cover, it would be 24.
Oh my god, really?
Uh-huh.
It's just a 1d6.
It's just a 1d6.
2 points of damage.
Uh-huh. It's my 2 points, though.
It is your 2 points. But also, with that, you can roll a fortitude save.
Is a 24.
24 is a success. You are
Wonderful.
fine. So that is one action, and we are going to
For now.
reload and fire again at Cinderspark.
Joy.
Be a 17.
Which will miss.
All right, so that is 3 actions.
Mm-hmm.
The next creature is this Darrow Strangler, and she is going to reload. She already had her poison pulled out and is going to poison. That's 2 actions. And also going to fire at Cinderspark. Make sure I have a good line of sight here. Yes.
Yeah.
Natural 2. That was a waste.
Good. I mean, if you're looking for someone to feel bad for, you're looking at the wrong crowd.
Let's do this fun thing.
No fun.
Everybody's not poisoned around this, so yes, we're definitely going to do the fun thing.
No.
I love fun things, though.
No.
The the Leshy begins to shake, and spores start to come off of it. And within 15 feet, I need everybody to make a fortitude save.
I don't like you anymore.
I've done this fun thing at least twice before. It's not fun.
Does that include the Darrow who's standing right next to it?
Yep.
Well, this is a good start for me.
Why is it such a good start for you?
Because I rolled above a 5.
That's awesome. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 23.
Holy shit! Did you cheat that?
Yes. Yes, I totally did.
All right, so a 23. You feel fine. You're able to cover your nose and avoid breathing all these spores up your large nostrils.
Actually, it is a delightful scent. I like it a lot.
You would like it.
Yes, sure.
It's very piquant.
Yeah, I definitely thinking about turning this into hot sauce.
How many hero points are we supposed to have?
Whatever you started the game with, plus you got you got one for...
Well, that's the question because I see one. Oh, this wasn't the session we're resetting?
Nope.
Okay.
Odd numbers.
And then I'm going to spend this hero point because I rolled.
Well, before you do that, you already have the persistent damage.
Oh.
So I don't think it would affect you. It won't increase. So I believe you would be wasting your hero point at this time.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if it's a different source or if that increases that.
It doesn't increase it. I'm just going to tell you right off the jump.
Okay. Well, yay, fail.
You can use it if you want, but...
No, I rolled a 7. Tell me what happens to me.
You will have 3 points of persistent poison damage on your next turn.
I already do. So?
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
Cinder Spark. What about you? How was your roll?
17.
17. Man, that sucks for you.
Doesn't it just?
Because you're fine.
Am I, though?
Well, I don't know. Actually, oh, wait, I take that back. The DC is not 17. The DC is a little higher. I thought it was 17.
There we go. See what happens?
Yeah. It does suck for you. Oh, I got your hopes up. I know I'm an asshole.
Yo, yeah, I sounded very hopeful, didn't I?
3 points of persistent poison damage. Save. All right. That should be on your character. And he is going to... Gosh, I could move. No. It's going to strike out at 1-2. Bob. So he reels back with his fist and takes a swing at Bob.
Imagine my surprise.
He does not like your song. 23 to hit.
Most people don't like his song.
That would have hit me if I wasn't fatigued, and I'm still hit.
That is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
How nice of him.
And that brings us up to Verkog,
Okay.
who is not poisoned.
Yeah. Do either of these two that are in front of me look more hurt than the other?
Yes. The Darrow in front, 15 feet away from you,
Yep.
it looks to be on death's door.
Okay.
Where he's at, he is going to get cover.
Then
I think
I'm
so.
going to move. Well, with that in mind, then I'm just going to cast a phase bolt, which reduces the cover by 2.
Okay.
So, attack.
A little bit of silence there. What happened?
I rolled a 1.
It was a moment of mourning for his roll.
Okay.
You had to go interrupt it.
Well, I was a little concerned. You know, I see him slump over in a chair. You gotta worry. You know, we're all getting a little older now.
Relax yourself.
There we go. That sounds like signs of life.
What does Verkog want to do after his phase bolt misses wildly?
I am going to cast the Shroud of Night on the fungus creature.
Okay.
Shroud of Night, the save is a DC 18 will.
22.
Awesome. That was a very productive turn from me. It's Borm's turn.
Borm, you're kind of in this shaft, the stairwell shaft here.
Shut your mouth.
Don't worry, we're all getting shafted.
If I remember correctly, Borm is prone. He does not have a sword, which was left in the hallway where he had expired initially.
You didn't expire, you got better.
Yes, I did not go towards the light.
It was only a Best Buy date.
I'm trying to remind myself. I believe I had persistent damage. Do I still have that, Ryan?
You have the persistent poison. Yes.
Persistent poison. Gotcha.
Yep. So at the end of your round, you will take 3 points of poison damage and then do a DC 15 recovery check.
Okay. So I used my wand of heal. I had also laid on hands previously.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no potions, so he will stand up as his first action. And then he will wobble. Oh. Okay.
Hey, guys.
Okay, so I told you guys to leave, and you're just more of you're showing up.
Once he rounds the corner and sees that we're in a little bit of trouble, he will reach into his pack and take out a warhammer that he has had. Quick question, though. Can I wield a two-handed weapon with a singular action, or...
Yes.
Okay, cool. I will do that, and that will be the end of his turn. I know, riveting.
I thought Warhammer was one-handed.
It offers me the ability to hold it with two.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because Bob was using the Warhammer we got from the Dwarf Lord Ragnalf, one-handed. And in retrospect, we should have kept that as your backup weapon, but we left it in town, because...
We gave it back to the people who it belonged to.
Right, it didn't feel right to sell it back.
That might actually be more available in town than my current sword, so I can always run back. That being said, does the persistent poison damage fire off at the end of my turn? Or?
Yes.
And you should also be rolling a DC 15 flat check somewhere in there to see if it goes away.
If you hover over the condition, it actually gives you the option to roll right there. Like, on the condition, there's a die now.
Oh, yeah, roll recover check. Good call. 18 on the die.
That recovers.
I will take the damage this turn, though, correct?
Yep. Damage comes off first.
I'm just like playing on hard mode.
You don't know. He might have just crawled over here instead.
So this is Deros Stalker, just below the Leshy here. I think you called this one Robert Paulson the First. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
And he's got a loaded crossbow. So I don't have any poison on it. We're still going to fire it at Cinderspark because Cinderspark's not going to have cover from there. That is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 28 misses. Yeah, I just decided that my armor class is about 50. So
we're eyeballing.
You'll have to just take it as it comes.
6 points of piercing damage. And he is going to reload and then move back. Cinderspark.
Okay. Well, since he moved and vacated that space, I can just move over here and flank the Leshy.
Okay.
And for my next trick, I will stab the Leshy. Or more than likely, I will stab at the Leshy and miss horribly. But, you know,
rocks
whatever.
Beside it.
Or maybe I'll hit Bob. You don't know.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
That is...
We didn't ask for consent.
Is an 18.
Do I need to pull out the X card?
An 18 is going to miss your foe.
Isn't he off guard?
An 18 is going to miss your foe.
Heard you the first time. Okay, well, it was an action to move over and an action to miss horribly, and I believe I will take a third action to miss horribly a second time.
Okay.
That's an 18.
On the die?
No, it's a 14 on the die with a +4, which makes it an 18. So does this 18 hit?
Oh, it comes up just a little bit short. Not that that's a goblin joke or anything.
I mean, it wasn't funny, so I didn't think it was a joke.
Yeah, and you didn't speak it in goblins, so I didn't think it was about goblins.
So I gotta take the persistent damage. What? 9 is not a 15, last I checked.
No, 9 is 9.
But don't you usually...
9 is further.
9. German for
It's
no.
further away than your strike was.
That's nice, but this hits a little closer to home.
So, with that, Bob, you are flanking this Leshy with Cinderspark.
That's nice, but this is not going to go well. Well, we start with the Courageous Anthem.
Because everything else has gone well.
Yes. I'm glad you're on board. So the right thing for me to do is probably to put the Hymn of Healing on somebody. But there's currently a flank, and I kind of want it dead, so it stops poisoning people. So I guess we're going to strike at the the mushroom dude? How does 19 sound?
A 19 strikes true.
I hate you.
Oh, God.
I hate you so fucking much.
All right. Well, we're rolling damage for this.
I donate my ability to sneak attack to Bob.
I would love your ability to sneak attack right now, but I don't have it. So this is only 6 points of damage from a cold iron light hammer, in case any part of that matters. Bludgeoning. Does it look like it takes full damage?
It does look like it takes full damage.
Then I am just going to try it again. This is the second attack, so that's at a +3 instead of a +7. No, because we established 18 misses and 13 is going to miss as well. Bob is now going to be out of action, so I'm going to roll assisted recovery and get a... Oh, okay. I actually got a 15 on that dice, so I am no longer currently poisoned. I'm sure the Mushroom Man has something to say about that on his turn, but I'm done.
You're done.
All right. Back to the top of the round. We are at round 7. This is a long combat. All right. So this Darrow needs to reload. So he's going to reload and fire at Cinder Spark.
How quaint.
That is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, no.
All right. 5 points of piercing damage.
Great.
For his last trick, he is going to reload. This Darrow, he's got a target. How about she casts a spell at Cinderspark?
I don't like that.
Yeah, I am going to need a basic will save, please.
Okay. 13.
13 is a regular failure.
That's what I've been called. Yeah.
Quick question, is this a thing with an audio or visual effect?
No.
All right, no counter performance then.
Nope. You push into the target's mind and daze it with a mental jolt. The jolt deals 1d6 mental damage. You did not critically fail, so you are not stunned.
I don't know that that's going to matter.
1 point of mental damage.
That is 20% of my hit points.
That does not sound good for you.
No, it sure fucking doesn't.
And with her last action, she is going to reload her crossbow.
And then?
For her, that is it. But now we have a Leshy to go. He's not super happy with you guys.
Too bad.
Feelings
Hey.
mutual.
I did actually connect with my attack last round. What you gonna do about it, Mr. Leshy Man?
Why are you goading them?
Leshy Man does not like being flanked, so in an effort to get by Cinderspark, he is going to punch Cinderspark.
Nimble dodge.
24.
Fuck you. Go ahead, roll the damage.
7 damages.
Oh.
Uh-huh. See, 4 minus 7.
All right, so Cinderspark takes the Dying 1 condition and moves in initiative to right before the fungus. Leshy.
Hey, but at least that means I don't pay persistent poison this turn. Wait, a whole round. Joke's on you, Leshy boy.
And looks down the hall at his Darrow friends, looks back up at Bob, turns around, gives Bob a toothless grin. It might look more like a scowl, that ugly face, but he rears back with his fist and lets a punch go again. And that is a 20 to hit.
That hits me.
That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
How nice. I am still standing.
All right. And
Stand in.
0 points. Both of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Where was he? I was
He
too busy
fucked
laughing.
off. He fucked off down the hallway? Is that it?
Yes. He runs down the hallway in an effort to preserve his own life. For Cog.
Okay. Somebody just ran away?
The Leshy ran away.
Do I see? Can I still see anybody? Oh.
You can see.
Fuck you,
there-
Delios.
You see 2 Darrow and a Leshy.
Who looks the most beat up?
Cinderspark.
Yes, Cinderspark. The Darrow to the most northern Darrow.
Okay, well, he's going to catch... When there's a cone, the cone has to emanate from me, right?
Yes.
From a vertices, right?
Pardon?
It's from a vertices that you can
Yeah.
reach.
Yeah. I really do not have enough AoE.
I know, I bunched them up nicely for you, didn't I?
I'm going to needle dart the northernmost one. That is an 18 for that Darrow.
That Darrow, that is a miss. So close, though. So close.
That's not nice.
Your darts whizzed his hair.
He got his head shaved.
Yes.
It's turn.
All right, Borm. You saw this Leshy fuck off and then Vercog move into position. What would you like to do?
Ooh, the conditions are almost around.
Borm is going to move near his friends. He doesn't want to run down the hallway and chase, but he's within 30 feet, and I believe could potentially intimidate.
Okay.
So he will begin to attempt to do the haka, or maybe a haka. So that's going to be an intimidation check. Oof. Rolled off of a 20 to a 2, so that's an 11 total.
Yeah, that's not going to get there.
Appropriate, though.
Okay. Yeah, they can't see him. It's a little bit dark. You know?
It was a poorly formed haka.
Right. That's the end of Borm's turn.
Actually, they can see us perfectly fine thanks to Vercog carrying a light crystal.
And
Yeah,
dark.
that, and they have dark
And
vision.
all of us, or everybody involved, has dark vision.
All right. This guy has reloaded his crossbow already. He is going to pull out a vial of poison his crossbow, and let loose at Vercog.
Fabulous.
Natural 1.
I love that for you.
Yep.
I do not love that for me. Bob, what would you like to do? As your friend, your close friend, is lying on the ground 10 feet from you.
Right, I believe I told you guys to leave. What the fuck are you doing? I say in a calm and measured manner. Then I target Cinderspark with Hymn of Healing, and as of right now, the effect is that Cinderspark gets 4 temp HP. Right?
Okay.
As far as I can see, when I cast the spell and the first time each round I sustain it, target gains 2 temp HP, but it's raised because it's heightened 1.
Yes.
So 1 focus pull point is gone. Cinderspark has a shield of 4 HP and a fast healing. So at the start of Cinderspark's round, Cinderspark is going to gain 4 HP, right? I think it's at the
Yes.
start of the round that the fast healing is supposed
Yes.
to apply, because we were confused
Yep.
about what happens at the start and what at the end. So hypothetically, right now, for all anyone can tell, Cinderspark is on the floor and dying.
Yes.
But when it's Cinderspark's turn, Cinderspark is going to wake up.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't know that.
Well,
I'm
nobody
the
knows.
voice in your head. I know everything.
Yes, the voice in your head tells you that you're going to wake up. But
This is a nice, cool environment. It's nice and dark. I could take a nap.
you know, that's fair. I've taken this nap before. It's actually very calm and comfortable, minus the whole bleeding out part. But hey, you don't have to worry about that right now.
No.
But that leaves me with 1 action, and I can't see any enemies, and you guys are apparently still very keen to be engaging them. So here you go. Courageous Anthem. Go nuts. And what do I press in order to end my
Bitter,
turn?
party of 1. Bitter, party of 1.
Hero point.
I'm going to use that the next round. Oh, look at that. It's next round.
Yeah.
Round 8. This buddy. He's reloaded. You see Cinder Spark sleeping on the ground. He is also going to use poison and going to attack Verkog. That is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
So let's start with some damage.
No, thank you.
6 points of piercing damage.
Okay, my temp HP, such as they are gone.
And then I will need a fortitude save, please.
20.
That is not a 5.
No.
I was really banging on that 5 for you.
That says maybe.
That's not nice.
4 or 5.
No, you feel fine right now.
Right now.
All right. He will need to reload on his next turn. That is all 3 actions. This one to the south down here. Like she reloaded as well. She is going to use a poison. That is 2 actions. And she is going to strike at Verkog.
No.
Man, I can't believe you're like in the front line, Verkog.
It was a
Why-
terrible decision.
Don't know why you gave that to me. 22.
Hits.
That is 7 points of piercing damage.
Uh-huh.
And I am going to need a fortitude save, my friend.
I'm not your friend right now. No. See, you laughed, and no, this is not nice. 21.
With a 21, you feel fine right now.
I think we'd like to contest you saying that.
You don't feel poisoned right now. That is 3 actions. Cinder Spark. You can roll a DC 11
Why?
recovery check for...
The spark has fast
dying.
healing.
Oh, he has
Yeah,
fast healing. I take that back.
automatic.
Yes.
So I get
Yes.
4?
You get
Yep.
4 points back.
And you still have a shield of 4 temp HP on you.
Uh-huh.
So you are laying there. You wake up on the rocks. Your dog slicer next to you.
I'll take a Cinder Spark on the rocks, please. Thanks. keep them coming.
No, you
well-
almost turned into Cinder Spark on the rocks. You almost got iced.
So my first order of business is to take my dog slicer, because obviously I'm not going anywhere. So I'm going to pick that up. Okay, now I have my dog slicer, and I'm still laying on the cold ground. Suppose I can get up.
Can you use deception to pretend you're still dying?
Can you?
I mean, I have, but in other games.
I shall now get up.
If you wanted to, you could.
Mm-hmm.
I'd let you try it.
I believe I said I stand up.
Grab your horse chop or dog slicer.
Yeah, Elsie has the horse chopper because she's also a goblin now, if you'll recall.
Honorary type, yes.
Honorary goblin. I'm not going down that fucking hallway. It's a bad hallway. I'm gonna fuck off. Okay, I'm gonna move all the way over here in front of the stairs. So I'm around 3 corners from the various mob, and I'd be done.
All right. You will take 3 points of persistent poison damage. Go ahead and give me a recovery check.
Let me take the damage. And then we roll the recovery check, which is a 6, which last I checked is not a 15.
Not quite. Okay. That's kind of a useless spell right now.
You should use it anyway.
I second that motion.
There's no plants to speak with.
I disagree.
I mean,
Have it talk to itself?
I think it's well past time for a deep conversation with itself.
Maybe it'll change its mind and go to Riddleport.
It might rethink life choices and go home. I'm just saying. Could happen. Things have happened.
Shake, senora. Shake your mushroom fine.
Yeah, it should definitely do that poison aura back down in the hallway, surrounded by its friends.
No, it's going to do the watermelon.
No.
The watermelon launch.
No.
It's not watermelon season, man.
I don't think I like my watermelons seasoned.
We're going to get the frontliner. 16 to hit.
Actually, I think that misses. Hold on. That does, in fact, miss.
Okay. Try one more time with the map.
One more time.
More time.
The spore cloud is a 2-action thing. This is a ranged attack.
You're telling me that they're ranged attack. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
He has multiple watermelons to toss every round.
Okay. Just hoping it's subject to the map.
It is. That is a 15 to hit, so no better.
Is that the Leshy seed or whatever the fuck it is?
Yeah, it's the spore pod.
Yeah.
The way it's already hit in this encounter, it's a howitzer.
Yeah.
Oh, this time is Borm within just in range? Nope. Let's do one more with the third map, or the second map. Nope. That is an 11. All right, Verkog, this guy launched some spore pods at you. They all dropped just shy of you.
I'm going to cast one last needle darts, and then I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to throw it at the Deros furthest to the north.
Okay.
That's going to be a 22.
22 is going to strike true.
Woo!
44. Oh, that's pretty good. That's 13 points of damage.
And describe your kill.
A cloud of flechettes fly down the hallway and nail him to the wall. And he's looking around, and then there's one last one that's tumbling really, really slowly and just kind of tumbles right through his forehead. And there's that action movie thing of both eyes are now crossed. He's dead, and he's looking at the shard. And Verkog just kind of strolls himself right around the corner now.
Just as hope seemed to be lost, one Darrow is taken down.
10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh, hey.
Remind me never to stand in front of things again. That was a terrible idea. 0 out of 10.
All right, so we're on to Borm now.
Borm, seeing which way the wind is blowing, is going to follow Cinderspark and fuck off. And he'll begin going up the stairs.
All right, he just leaves everybody down at the bottom of the stairs and starts heading up himself. He's like,
Yep.
Peace out, guys.
He will keep an ear to the stairwell to ensure that people are following him. That's the end of his turn.
He makes it a good halfway up the stairs. Bob.
Okay, action 1 is to sustain him of healing on Cinderspark. Cinderspark now has a full 4 temp HP again, and this is the first sustain. So I've got 3 more of these, assuming I live for 3 rounds. Action 2 is to start moving. Let's see, first diagonal's a 5, second one's a 10. There you guys are. Go another 5 and whatever that is. And then I go, all right, now are we ready to go? And while waiting for them to respond, I'm going to cast Shield. Because I'm not walking further away from them than right now, and hoping they are going to follow up the stairs. Thus ends my turn.
Okay. The party has moved into the stairwell shaft. Cinderspark and Verkog are just outside the shaft, waiting to go up the shaft. To climb the shaft?
One more time. Sit.
You dare him? You double dare him?
You dare me?
Uh-huh. Double dog Darrow.
Well, there you go. Episode title.
Double dog Darrow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I like that.
Invokes dogs and the enemy. That's at least.
I got to give Cinderspark a hero point for that. That was good.
Oh gosh.
Oh, thank you. I'll use that when I die.
Yeah, you probably will.
Don't worry, he's going to reset all of them next session.
All right. This guy, he's still got time to use
I do
it.
want to remind you guys that we have hero point alternative cards now, so maybe draw some and find something useful.
Sounds lame.
I don't have any hero points, Dimitri.
Well, then you're not useful.
This Darrow needs to reload, so he's going to spend an action to reload.
One of us managed to kill one of the enemies.
Yes, you did. That totally isn't going to make them chase us.
Why? Why would they do that?
Because they're dicks. We're dealing with Darrow. We've already established that Darrow are dicks. Like there was a lore check for it and everything, and Verkog aced it.
One pops up near Cinderspark, but that is 3 actions between a reload and 2 movements to get there. Next Darrow. This fancy one. She is also going to make her way down the hallway.
Oh, hello.
Oh, visible
And
even to me.
Yes. She's there for your enjoyment.
I don't think I enjoy this.
That is 3 move actions to get there. Cindy.
Okay.
Cinderspark.
Fast healing comes first, yes?
Yes.
+4. That's great. Well, it would be rude of me, since they came all this way, it would be rude of me not to stab them first.
Okay.
So since she's adjacent, I suppose I should stab at her.
Okay.
It's only fair.
You could move and get them both if you wanted.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I appreciate your input, Ryan, but kindly fuck off. 20.
20 is not going to strike true. Oh, I take that back.
On her?
It does hit. Yeah, it does hit her.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Well, then, in that case, she can very freely take 6 points of damage.
I don't like that.
Good. And then I bid you good day, and I go upstairs with the remaining 2 actions.
She screams out at you.
I don't speak that language. Anyway, so at the end of my turn, I'm going to have to take the damage and then roll said check. I believe a natural 20 is more than a 15.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm somewhere up the stairs. No longer suffering from poison. Having stabbed a bitch and run away.
Okay.
I believe you have promoted her to bitch. Via dog slicer damage.
That's true.
We have already established this. Those are the rules.
It is true. You make a fair point.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, wow. Wow. All right, Verkog, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah, it really was.
And
Tumble through.
That is his turn.
What
Dang.
a asshole of a mushroom. Blocking the only way in.
So the Leshy moves up the hallway, along the shaft, moves to the front or the back, the entrance exit of this said shaft, and parks.
I cast Haunting Him. I cast Haunting Him. Everybody make a DC 18 basic fortitude save. Everybody make it.
Oh, I lined them up good for you, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Fortitude, you said.
Fortitude.
Ooh. The Leshy fails with a 14.
Okay.
Let's see here. Miss Darrow to the north there, she has a 23. Mr. Darrow to the west here, he's got a 20.
Okay. So, pardon me, let's roll some damage. That's 2 points of damage to everybody, except the 2 that made the save, they take 1.
So the one that failed takes 2 damage.
Yep.
The one that failed.
And then the other ones take half.
Okay, and 5,
Tumble through?
10.
Oh.
What do I have to do for that?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
My acrobatics really is not bad, so why the hell not?
It's against what?
Reflex DC.
That's a 22.
22
Yep.
meets beats.
Okay. Got 5.
Suck 3 dicks and call us in the morning.
20.
I feel like you guys needed some wins there too.
After all of the L's we took, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the end of my turn. Borm.
You hear
is
the-
everybody... Sorry.
Borm, you hear the footsteps. Cinderspark is near you. You hear Verkog's footsteps and Bob's footsteps. At the bottom,
Bob
near the
hasn't
bottom.
had a chance to move, so you don't hear Bob's footsteps.
Well, he heard you coming into the steps. You're at the bottom of the steps.
He heard you bitching at the bottom of the steps last round.
Yeah, it's
That is correct.
Bob is echoing all the fucking way up.
There's wondrous acoustics in here.
What would you like to do, Borm?
So Borm is doing mental calculus to make sure that Cinderspark and Verkog are coming, and then goes upstairs.
All right, you make your way the rest of the way up the stairs. I'm not going to move you to the other map.
Go. That's the end of his turn.
Bob.
So, Verkog is above me on the stairs, one move away, effectively.
Yes.
So with a single move, I could catch up and still be between Verkog and the enemies. Like, not going past Verkog.
Yeah, you could feasibly do that.
My first action is to sustain the Hymn of Healing on Cinderspark. This is the second sustain. And then I still have 2. Does the spellcasting Deros... Did we even injure her before that single point right now?
Yes, she had taken just a little bit of damage prior to that.
And
a couple turns ago.
The Mushroom Man, does he look injured?
Yes, he looks like he's in very rough shape.
Could do a parting shot. On
He
one
is
of them.
definitely dying, closer to the dying side.
All right, well, then I'm not sticking around. But before I leave, I might as well swing my hammer on him because he's adjacent. So,
Right? That's what I felt.
Right. I don't think an 11 is going to connect. And I'm not going to stick around to find out. So my last
Your haste-
action is to go up the stairs. I'm just like, swing, bye. Wait, hold on. No, I do have a question. There was no door at the bottom of these steps, was there?
Correct.
That's just terrible.
Nope, you can't play
work.
that game.
That's terrible.
No doors.
Well, no game, no combat. Bye. I am leaving.
Okay.
And I stop before I get to Verkog. I don't go past Verkog, even if I have the movement to, because I don't want. Well, I don't know.
That would be it. Yeah, I'll kind of explain. So going there, you would both make it around the corner
Okay.
and effectively not see them.
All
And
right.
they effectively would not see you.
Unless they
And,
want to come up the stairs, they won't see us again.
We can bottleneck him in the stairs.
Right. But I want to be the one who gets in melee with them, not letting them get to Verkog.
There's a reason I went back down the stairs and around the corner, Dimitri.
As you guys, as Bob takes that swing, it looks more like Bob is turning to run before he swings and hits the wall, just running up the stairs and rounds the corner, sees Verkog and Cinderspark up ahead.
Keep going, keep going.
They all, the Deros and the Leshy, you just hear chattering at the bottom. It's kind of echoing up. It's very loud.
I told you, good acoustics.
You don't hear anybody coming after you.
We're not sticking around on the stairs to find out. We're following, well, at least I'm following Borm up, and I would like you guys to go with.
That sounds good.
I don't remember electing you party leader.
And with that, you guys make your way up to the top of the stairs, and you see the ass of a statue.
The ass of Czar
Of a Rusty.
Hazmat.
Rusty
Zar
statue.
Asmat. Zar Asmat.
Czar Hazmat?
Should I take more HP from the sustain?
Assuming I sustain it for 2 more rounds, you get 8.
Yay.
Okay, once we get upstairs, Vercog breaks out the healer's kit and just tells her, just lay down. I'm going to get started here. He puts on his white coat,
Okay,
which definitely is spattered with stains. Definitely.
does that still take 10 minutes?
Yes.
Yes, but I can do it more often, I believe.
Okay, so
I'm going to close this door before we do anything.
I assume you closed the door to the
stairs,
stairwell as
please.
Yeah.
well. I closed it.
All right, but before you start doing that, I still have another focus point, so I can give somebody else Hymn of Healing, and unless somebody else is more injured than Bob is going to take those points, because Bob's at 7.
I'm at 3.
Okay, then you get that, and I sustain it for 4 rounds, and you get 16.
Fabulous.
And
Okay.
you can try
Does
healing.
it have to be me all 4 rounds, D?
Yeah, because I cast it on somebody and I sustained it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Okay.
But because it's going to take you 10 minutes and you're going to be treating Bob's wounds, Bob, for those 10 minutes, is just going to be like, recovering focus. Ow! Recovering focus point.
All right. So go ahead and give me some treat wounds checks. And the nice thing is you have the continual recovery feat, so you are able to spend 10 minutes, and there's no cooldown period after the 10 minutes. It's just those 10 minutes. So
Sure enough. I forget. Oh, there it is, medicine. And I am an expert in medicine, too.
anybody at risk of dying from that?
Yeah, is anybody still look poisoned to me?
No, it seems we got
Well,
that.
I think we all shook it
Yeah.
off.
Yep, you guys are all good. I'm going to make you roll for Bob and Borm because you could potentially knock them unconscious.
Okay. I do not have my healer's kit equipped because it is in my backpack. That's a 13. I do not succeed.
Okay, but you don't cause any damage.
No, I don't. And here's for Borm. Jesus Christ. Okay.
You can keep going on them because they're... I'm going to say
Yeah,
Cinder
it's-
Spark, you're able to get
Yeah.
up to full without problem because you're not likely going to knock him unconscious, but a critical fail on the other two could.
Well, that's a 13. Hey, look, I've rolled 2 5s so far this session.
So that is 3 attempts.
So that's 1, 1, 1. Back to you, D. So I succeed at a medicine check for you. Oh, why can I never remember this? I have effectively treated your wounds, and I can never remember how much.
2d8 and you lose wounded.
Yep.
Okay,
Unless
well,
it's a critical success.
I wasn't wounded. You guys were.
You never got hurt, D?
I never dropped.
Yeah, he wasn't wounded.
That
Wounded
okay,
is in the condition.
then regain 7 hit points.
Thank you. So this is your
Take it and like it.
This is your 4th attempt, so I've recovered and I can use healing on you guys.
Well, with that is enough. I'm just going to say that he could treat wounds on you to bring you up. You're not at risk of a critical failure killing you. Let's go ahead and just roll Borm.
Well, that's
Get a
what he said.
success on-
Because Dimitri can refocus and healing him Borm and then is not at risk, so we can just hand wave all this.
Yeah, good call.
I was going to suggest going back to town and resting because Bob still has the bite and is currently fatigued thanks to one of the poisons. I think it might have been either Deros or it doesn't matter. We do need to come back down there because Borm dropped.
It's greatsword.
Is that Vanda's greatsword? The +1?
Yes.
Not anymore.
It's Deros greatsword now.
It's the mushroom guys, yeah.
The mushroom just got stronger.
Dima, do you want me to try to treat the No, it doesn't matter.
It's fatigued and it says
Do we have the opportunity to treat this, or is it just a fatigued effect, Ryan?
It's just a fatigued effect.
Okay, then it doesn't matter. Thank you.
technically it will go away with a night's rest anywhere, so we don't have to go back to town. I'm talking about there may be some supplies in town we can pick up.
Yes,
Well,
I understand that. But
Like what?
the relevant part that I was talking about, D, was whether I could do anything for your fatigue status. That was all I was talking about.
I think there's another medicine skill feat to do that.
Yeah, there might be. But I don't have it.
But what other equipment in town do you think that we can pick up? Because last I checked, we were cleaning Elsie out. She doesn't really have anything else.
I already mentioned it, the +1 Warhammer, which would be a backup weapon for Borm until we recover the Greatsword.
For his current Warhammer.
Which is not +1.
All right. So you guys spend some time in this room, closing it off to heal up. And then you lick your wounds like dogs.
No.
Like horses.
No.
Make your way back up the stairs and down the long hallways.
Wait. Do you guys want to go back to town? I was only suggesting it.
I mean,
Is there any good reason for us to go back to town? Is there something there that we know is there that will help?
I mean, we could. Okay, we're either going back to town and then coming back here anyway, or we can try to just go get the long sword or the great sword, whatever. However fucking long the stupid sword is, and however great it is or isn't, I cannot vouch for its length or greatness.
You want to just go back downstairs and try again? Because
Borm would argue that we could use potions and such because he has limited healing.
Elsie's tapped out. She doesn't have any more potions, so she has to make them.
If you need to heal up, we can heal up to full. Like, there's no need to rest for that. But if you need spells...
The only thing that I will say is I am down a second rank slot.
I could try to sneak downstairs. Hold on.
I would also like to rejigger my second level spells. I've got some things that I think might be more useful than the knock spell that I had in my other slot.
So you guys can rest here if you want, if it's just about spells. Cinderspark, you mentioned you want to sneak down?
I said I could. I mean, I see no reason not to if it's only to just even see what the fuck they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they picked up the fucking greatsword. I would pick up a shiny-ass fucking greatsword that somebody just came in and fucking left on my fucking floor.
Yes.
Like, my point is, we may be short on resources right now, but so are they.
I don't see how that's any sort of thing that we could verify.
Well, I mean, they were injured. There's less of them now.
There might be an entire town down there. You don't know.
We killed the dude, didn't we?
All right. What does Borm want to do?
Borm wants to rest. He's really shaken by how quickly he got his ass beat. And although we may not need it mechanically, he doesn't feel that there's a pressing need to get back down there because I believe that Mother is saved, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Elder Ordby's good.
Right.
She is fine, as you well know.
And if we're
You think now the only pressing thing is stopping the Tsar Azmak ritual?
Are we on a timer for that? I don't recall.
No, you probably feel like there's been some kind of ritual happening.
Remember, we read the diary, and the diary said that it's a week-long ritual.
Yep.
We don't know when it starts. We don't know when it ends. We know there's a chance of failure because Elder Ordwy told us they considered her as a backup sacrifice.
You feel like you can spare a day.
But the point is, I don't know if anybody in town is aware of just how deep this goes. So maybe telling them so they know is a good enough reason to leave.
I think we're well aware that they have no idea what the fuck is down here because no one that we have spoken to knows anything about what was in the basement or below it.
Right. And if we all happen to die, somebody should know.
Right, so Borm's feeling kind of the urgency to go up and rest, maybe grab some good food.
Because let's be honest, I think that was a little too close a shave.
Yes.
Probably.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you guys, make your way back. Borm leads the charge, I would imagine.
Bravely ran away.
Tactical retreat for breakfast.
Delicious.
So
Theoretically,
we're,
if we got the entire town to come down here, they can't shoot us all.
well,
Why would they?
they could. If you said that there's a town of Darrow down here.
I said there could be.
On the other hand, they had a team specifically dedicated to the whole fighting thing. Like, that's a cult of Gorm, and what do they have left of that? The dude we already got with us. So what's up there that still needs to come down with us?
Cannon fodder.
I mean, I'm always up for using Sister Vanda as cannon fodder.
I mean, we can, like I said, we can empty the entire town, like literally everybody. We can get Burger too. He can come. Like you just have to physically be here, dude. Like you could just throw rocks and something's gonna hit.
You
I
guys,
mean, the tunnels are
you guys
too
make your
narrow.
way out.
As we're discussing this out loud.
Yeah. You guys are shouting throughout the cavern. Everything is just echoing through the hallways. You guys are emboldened by everything you have cleared out.
We should probably pipe down when we get to the Stonehome, though, because they're in there.
I have, as we're walking up, I have my book out, and I am drawing a picture of and writing a description of the fungus creature.
The Mushroom Man?
The Mushroom Man.
Do you know the Mushroom Man who lives in Underdark? Yes, you know the Mushroom Man?
The Mushroom Man.
The Mushroom Man.
Indeed.
Yes, we know the Mushroom Man who lives in Underdark.
You guys make your way out of Stonehome.
Do we encounter any acolytes cleaning up the Stonehome still?
No, they took your word and did not continue with that.
Good job. Okay, so we just go make our way downtown, walking fast.
Walking fast.
Yes, because we're not
fast, and we're
not
bound.
dragging. No more dragging corpses this time.
That's true for once.
You guys step out of the keep, and you're making way to the gate. And a voice, well, probably startles you, coming from the east over by the well.
Well.
So the well is talking.
Yeah. You see a Parisian man with a thick beard, really black, dark beard with dreadlocks in his hair.
Santa?
Santa, yes. The Parisian Santa. He kind of stretches his neck, scratches his beard, lifts a cigar, takes a puff on it. Daryl's the name. Daryl Finnick.
I never actually stopped. I'm still walking.
What's a Daryl Finnick?
It's a Darrow. It's a Darrow Finnick. He Finnicks the Darrow.
You'll have to speak up, mate. We gotta go.
Hold on.
We'll meet you at LC's. We're a little tired. Just walk away from your NPC.
Okay.
Did he close the portcullis? No, the gate closed. No, then fuck him.
Nope.
He can. he likes wells. He can fucking hang there.
Okay.
What's that, Timmy? Darrow's stuck in the well.
Must be in a hurry.
You got it. Bye.
Just
Look, just come with us.
Hooks.
Come on, Darrow.
I'm too sober and hungry for this conversation.
You guys continue making haste towards Elsie's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you make your way inside Elsie's. Definitely bruised and battered.
Is that dude chasing us?
Nope, he's not following you.
Cool.
He looked really chill and relaxed.
I am telling him to follow me and come with us. Does he not do so?
He does not do so.
He do not do the thing.
Shame.
Can't be that important.
No. If it was, he would have chased us and spewed exposition at us.
Some people have their own personalities.
No, they don't.
Don't care if they have personalities. I care if they have plot.
I care if Elsie
They
has
did have
pie.
plot. You
I mean, they
decided
might have.
to engage with it.
Yes, and if they have plot, I'm going to avoid them.
Oh my god.
We went through this whole thing.
You make your way back to Elsie's. And
Pie?
you guys walk through the door, and Elder Ordwy sees that you guys are all bruised, battered, blood on your clothes. And of course, she runs over. Bob, my boy, are you okay?
No, Mom, I told you I didn't want to go down there.
He's fine.
And she gives you a stern look.
It's fine. Most of the blood in me is back via magic. I didn't even drop on the floor unconscious. They did.
I don't know who talks to their mother like that. As I say, as I walk past and go try to get food from Elsie.
And she grabs you by the arm. Cinderspark, are you okay?
I've been better.
You look like you've been wounded.
Yeah, it hurt a lot. Yep. They weren't nice.
Sit down. Sit down right here. She pulls a chair out for you too.
He's fine now.
Sure.
I can sing healing songs, Mom.
And she for Cog, you okay?
No.
Come on, sit down. Let me have a look at you too.
Fat fungal watermelons at me.
Fungal watermelons?
Yeah. They were really big, and it looked like it hurt. And then it like shook, and it poisoned everybody. It was bad. It was really bad.
I think Vercog said
Sounds
it was
bad.
spores. I don't know.
Yes. Like mold or fungus spores. Yep, it was not pleasant.
I don't know. All I can tell you is that it hurt, and it kept hurting until it stopped.
Oh,
You didn't train me in
horrible.
medicine, Mom. I'm just guessing here.
well, you don't need medicine skills.
That's right. I can sing somebody back to health now.
Your pretty face, that's all that matters.
No, Mom, I need to rest
Except for that
tonight
one
to get
spot
my
right
pretty
there.
face back. Yes. You see this, Mom?
What about you?
Demons? There's demons down there.
And she puts her hand over your mouth. What about your friend? How's he? Now you may speak.
This is Borm.
Oh, Borm. Yeah, no, he was good. Yeah, we got him out. He wasn't looking too good there. He looked a little green in the gills, but we got him out. Yeah, we saved him. It's fine.
Here, you can have a seat right next to me.
Thank you.
Vercog is sitting at the table, just kind of continuing to take notes and write down stuff about about what has happened.
Right. So, Mom, when you were overhearing them talk, do you recall them mention where they were doing this ritual thing? Because we went into the shrine, and then we went down a staircase, and then we ended up in like a sub-level with a destroyed bridge, and then we got wrecked by some Deros and a mushroom dude.
Ambushed.
Yes, but wrecked is what the ambush resulted in.
Just a temple, maybe? I don't know what's down below. They just said that down below.
So now we got to keep going and find a temple down there too. Joy.
I mean, we could have tried talking to the Deros instead of.
But
what
we don't
did.
speak their
I mean,
language.
they kind of attacked us.
Yeah, they weren't very forthcoming, I admit, but we didn't really try.
Do they speak any languages we speak?
Give me a knowledge check. Recall knowledge.
Of what sort? Would there be society?
Probably.
I think.
Yeah, you could roll.
Sure, I'll roll society too, since apparently I've got it.
27.
Wow.
27. Yeah, that's plenty to know. What did you want to know?
Okay, languages they speak, and since I'm really on a tear about it, are there any weaknesses that the Deros have that we can
Exploit?
use?
Exploit. They are vulnerable to sunlight. They speak
Thought so.
Aklo and Sakvaroth.
Sephiroth?
Sakvaroth, Sakvroth. Sakvaroth.
I keep hearing Sephiroth.
Yeah.
They speak sack. We got to put them in a sack, drag them out to the sunlight, and then they'll melt.
I don't know that that's what that means.
Well, me and you both got the 17 on our society rolls, which is probably about as much as we know about them.
You know that they dwell in the Darklands. They are vulnerable to sunlight,
which there is none of in the Darklands. How convenient for them.
Yeah, it's interesting that they dwell there, huh?
You say, okay, so you're saying vulnerable to sunlight. They're not fucking wraiths. They're just what, like little dazzled, blinded in the light? Is that what we're talking about?
They take damage for every hour they're exposed to sunlight.
Really?
Yeah, different
vampiric of them.
Different editions have done vulnerabilities differently, so they actually, they're not wraiths because they don't die in rounds, I guess.
Uh-huh. They still melt in the fucking sun.
Well, I mean, they melt into fleshy piles rather than...
So the guys, the weaker of the guys, the one that you killed, they actually do have a nimble dodge ability.
Isn't that nice?
And sneak attack.
Okay.
And I think you pretty much know everything else about them. They have the Atlas, the crossbow, the poison.
Do I know anything about that caster cast?
That check, I'll go ahead and give you that. She is a strangler.
Okay.
She only has a few spells. She used noise blast at you guys.
Okay.
And she used daze.
Well, she used it on me, and I have it in my spell list. Because I know I crit failed and got stunned.
She has a strangle attack. She can use her Atlas if she's in melee with you.
Did we ever make any rolls about the Mushroom Man?
I don't think that we did.
I don't think you did either.
Is that nature?
Let's see. That is going to be nature.
All right. Untrained
Who's good at this?
improvisation at +0 gives me a 6.
I got a 10.
The Mushroom Man.
I hate to say it. I feel like if there's more about them that we have not learned, I'm
just going to tell you, there's not a lot about the Mushroom Man that you haven't figured out, I'm sure.
Good with
there
soy
are a couple
sauce?
things, but yeah, he tastes really good in soy sauce. But you got to clean out all the spores.
Is he cremini or shiitake?
Shiitake.
No, you keep the spores in, and if they kill you, you weren't supposed to eat them.
You guys sit down, and Elder Ordway, Elsie, can we get some food? And she's looking over Bob's face, and she's like doing the motherly thing, licking her thumb, wiping off the blood on his cheeks.
You missed a spot.
Mom, that will heal tomorrow. Please stop picking at it today. I just need rest. I'm really tired.
If you look closer, you can still see the tooth marks in his cheek.
I hope you threw away the face.
I have it right here.
Let's be honest. We've probably pulled shit like this as kids.
How do we think Rakag got his iron gut?
It's fine. The troll grew back eventually.
Elsie brings out pies and whatnot, and they hear your tales of the Darrow and the mushroom creature.
Does Elder Ordway know anything about Zar Azmak that she might have had float into her memory today?
Ooh, good call. Yes.
You guys ask her about Zar Azmak. No, unfortunately, I've never heard of that.
What about, this iron horn or whatever that was mentioned in the diary as part of the ritual? Because we did see that the statue is missing one of those horns, right?
Yes.
So do you think it might have been...
Any of them mentioned it while she was down there?
Yeah.
I heard them talking about a horn of rust.
Right.
Okay.
And a ritual to raise Zar Azmak. And they wanted to save me in case they had to sacrifice me to if their ritual didn't go off correctly. They thought they might need another sacrifice.
Maybe that horn is a part of Zar Azmag that got chopped off, like on the statue.
Sorry. Yes, but she said another sacrifice, which means that they have someone to sacrifice already. Do we know who that is?
You know that they're missing an acolyte of Gorham.
That's
Just
true.
one?
We went through the name list, and on the name list, there was one unaccounted for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
John Gorham?
Yes.
Well,
This is better than being a Gorham John.
At least I know how to counter that ritual. If I can get my hands on the horn, all I have to say is, "From whence you came, you shall remain." Until you are whole again. I gotta prepare the tribute.
Sounds like you guys had a harrowing day today.
Uh-huh.
We've seen better days. That's for sure.
Honestly, I just
Borm
wanna
lost
go to
his
bed.
sword. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I couldn't pick up Borm and the sword. I figured I'd take the Borm and leave the sword.
Yes, I would.
Okay.
You could always get another sword, but cannot always get another Borm.
Before we forget,
probably a good choice.
can we-
Out of character, I think you could probably find another Born. We've done it once.
Borm is replacement tall boy.
This one's named Marab.
Morb.
This is very basic Dungeons and Dragons.
Can we get that +1 Warhammer that used to belong to Lord Ragnolf Borm?
As a loan for Borm to use because he lost his sword.
Temporarily. Temporarily.
You're going to bring it back?
Actually,
Brought it back the first time.
honestly, no. At this point, Borm might be the person who should have it because he is like...
He might be the highest ranking Gormite in town. That's true.
Exactly. So Lord Ragnolf's Warhammer should actually be in Borm's possession, period.
An argument can be made, but until that time that they can settle it, it's still just a loan.
Field promotion.
So Borm now has
Congratulations,
+1
you're a
Warhammer.
leader of the local cult now. Church? Cult? Depends on your point of view.
Trigby says, if you would like, I could transfer the rune for you from this Warhammer to yours.
Wait, how long does that take?
Do we not have another rune that we picked up on something else?
I have one, so I meant like how long does it take, and can you do two of them?
Because honestly, swapping one Warhammer for another is a lot less strenuous than...
Yeah, if you're offering to just transfer a rune, you can put the rune onto the dog slicer. I would very much appreciate that, and he could just have that hammer. I have...
Okay. If it's a crafting thing, I can craft two. The question is do we have the facilities and the tools for both of us to work?
Probably not the tools for both of you to work, but
yeah, we found some ruined dagger.
It's in my inventory. It's a rust ruined dagger. It has a +1 potency rune on it.
yeah. So I can do one a day.
I vote for the dog slicer.
I second.
Yeah, I would agree.
And take this rusty dagger so that I don't actually need to hold anymore. That would be great.
Yep. Yeah. So he can do that.
And then we can get Borm alone.
I'm gonna have to. I need a place to work.
Is it Borm or is it Brom?
Borm.
It's only because in the StreamYard it's written as Brom.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking of
It's
show.
fine. I just I thought I was saying it wrong this entire time, and you just were rolling with it. This would not be the first time. You guys, when I run Rise, I got you confused by mispronouncing one of the names for the what was that got? Norgorber?
Oh.
And he says, he looks at you guys. my workshop's up at Stonehome. Do you guys think you could guard me?
Yes,
Be
absolutely.
present while I work?
Can we bring the pie?
Yeah, you can eat up there.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, there was some dude in there, like Parisian braids or whatever. We were.
Oh yeah.
We were too hungry
What's
to
his name?
stop, but the well.
Daryl Fucknut, was that was his name, right?
Oh, Daryl?
Sure.
We haven't seen him in ages. He's kind of a recluse.
You don't
Okay.
say.
Is he a part?
He seemed rather affable for being a recluse.
Is he a part of your order
He's-
or like?
No. He was the guys that built the ruins up there, and it points in the direction of the 3 estates that you guys had passed when you were coming in. He was like worked for one of the guys. When they left, he stayed behind, and he never really fit in, and he just kind of kept to himself. He was staying at the Fisher's Point. There's across the peninsula.
Wait, that was the guy you talked to us about when we first arrived in town. We actually did check out that hut at Fisher's Point. Remember, guys? We walked in and it was dusty. It seemed to have been disused. And then when we got to town, we started asking around. One of the rumors we got was that there was somebody living at the ruined houses, but we never went to check that out.
Is that this over here on the map?
Yep.
Yes, that's the Fisher's Point.
That
Okay.
little pier that juts out opposite Rusthenge Island.
He didn't even have a working boat.
But
he
think he's
He did have a boat. There was a boat
there was
there
a boat there.
so that people
couldn't
could
hold you
go
all.
out fishing. But Elder Ordwe told us not to take the boat.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I knew there was a reason why we didn't just take the boat, which would have been faster.
Elsie's like, yeah, I think he was staying up there at the old ruins, the old ruin building that never got finished.
Well, if he doesn't really care where to stay, and he's too chill for this place, maybe we should invite him to Osprey Cove.
I think he's gotten invitations and he's not going to come to town. I think he's just kind of doing his own thing.
Well, we should mention the drinks.
So you guys make your way towards Stonehome with your pies and food.
Before we left, did we check on the goat?
Gotta check
I
on
100% was checking on the goat.
Gotta
All
check
right,
on the
so
goat.
you guys make your way outside and check on the goat. Give it a little food.
While they're
Feed
doing
the
that,
goat. It's got plenty of grass to eat.
I will ask Elsie for an
You're
extra
gonna get
pie,
it sick.
just in case.
I'm visiting with my goat. Since we have the same diet.
I can't even fucking refute that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we'll find out what happens at Stonehome next week. Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Flip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.